excited. We have a new series for you. We are going to be studying the scriptures. Guys, we're going to start in Genesis and go all the way through the Old Testament, all the way through the New Testament, all the way to the book of Revelation. It's going to take us some time because there's a lot of good stuff from Genesis to Revelation. So, today's our first week. And if we're going to start at the beginning, where it says in the beginning, we'll be in the book of Genesis, and we're going to study how God created the earth. So, speaking of creation, I have a surprise for you.
I love surprises.
Yep. You know how you said you love your mama's biscuits?
Oh, yeah, my mama's biscuits.
Yes. So, I found a recipe.
You have my mama's biscuits?
Not your mama's. No, I found a new recipe for yummy biscuits, and it had 4 out of 5 stars. So I created you some biscuits. Are you ready to try it?
My mom's are 5 out of 5.
Well, there's always haters on a review. Okay, so you ready?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
All right. That was good.
Okay.
Here we go, guys.
Keep chewing. Sometimes, is it that bad?
No, it's great.
Oh.
Well, you try to create something great.
Okay. All
I
right.
appreciate the effort.
I'm not even gonna try it.
I'm all choked up. Thank you. That's great.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
I'm still thinking about it.
Well, I tried to create something for Mr. Mike that I thought would be special to him, but sometimes things I create are good and sometimes they're not so good. But that's different from God, because everything that God created was good.
It was.
So let's go through and learn about the things that God created. And hey, here's a special challenge for you. If you want to get a piece of paper and some crayons or some markers, then as you hear the Bible story and it tells about what's created each day, you can pause it and then draw a little picture of the thing that God created on day 1. And then push play again, and then draw a little picture of what God created on day 2. And you can do that for the video just to help you so that you have a picture afterwards and you can hang it up in your room. Hopefully your creation's better than my creation today.
That would be awesome. And then you can share it with us in the comments.
Okay, all right, so let's check out the Bible story.
In the beginning, there was nothing except for God. God created the heavens and the earth. The earth had no shape, and darkness covered the earth.
The Spirit of God was there, hovering over the waters.
God spoke, "Let there be light." What God said happened.
God said that the light was good, so he separated the light from the darkness.
God called the light day and the darkness night. Evening came and morning came. Just a birthday.
And God spoke again, "Let there be an expanse between the waters to separate them."
What God said happened. He made space between the water on the earth and the water above the earth. God called it the sky. Evening came and morning came.
That was the second day. God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place, and let dry land appear."
What God said happened. God called the dry land earth and the gathered water seas. God saw that it was good.
Then God said, "Let the earth make plants and trees with fruits and seeds."
What God said happened. Plants and trees grew. God saw that it was good.
Evening came, then morning came.
That was the third day. Next, God put light in the sky. God created the sun to shine during the day, and the moon and stars to shine at night.
God gave us lights to shine on the earth, to tell us when it's daytime and tell us when it's nighttime. Also to help us keep track of the year.
God thought it was good. Morning came. That was the fourth day. Next, God made fishes that move and swim in the water.
He made birds to flap their wings and soar across the sky.
God thought that it was good.
God told the animals to multiply.
And they filled the sea and sky. Evening came and morning came. That was the fifth day.
When God said it, it happened.
And
God said it was good.
Whoa, that was so cool to hear about what God created each day.
Man, that was awesome.
Yeah, you know, there's some people that think the earth just kind of fell together on its own, like there wasn't an actual creator. But when you look at all the things that God has created on the earth, all of the beauty and the uniqueness of the different plants and the different animals, but then how things work together and help each other out to
Yeah.
survive.
Ecosystem.
Yes.
Communities, yeah.
Yes, there's no way you can look at that and say there could not have been a creator. We have God who created all of the things on the earth that we see outside. Speaking of the things that you see outside on the earth, what's something that, one of your favorite things God created? Like a plant or an animal?
Definitely tigers. Love some tigers.
You love tigers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me tell you about my favorite plant. I think you already know this. I love red roses. I know it's like so cliche, but red roses are just so beautiful and they smell so pretty. I love flowers that just smell pretty, but I know you don't really love flowers that smell pretty because they bring...
Yeah. One of God's greatest creations, those little pollinators, bees and things like that.
Yeah, Mr. Mike doesn't like things with stingers, but that's okay. So we learned all about God's creation, but there's more to that story because something hasn't been created yet. You and me, people. So next week we're going to learn about the rest of the creation where God creates people. But today I want to really talk about how God took nothing and created everything you see outside. Nothing. Like if I said, here, Mr. Mike, I'm gonna give you this, and I want you go ahead and build a tower. Make a tower.
Nah, I got nothing.
Well, just say it. Like God said it, and it appears. So
All
just
right. Tower.
try again.
Tower.
Say it deeper.
Tower.
Yeah, you're not God. You're not God. So God created everything from nothing. And he did such a good job. So it's so cool for us to be able to appreciate his creation. But I want to read a verse from the book of John, actually. And it says, all things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. That means that without God, there was nothing that would have ever been created. It took God to create everything that we see. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I have a little thing to help you guys remember this.
Cool experiment time.
In the beginning, this is just a paper towel that I folded in half. You could even use a napkin. So it says, in the beginning, and what else is on there, Mr. Mike?
Can't see anything. Nothing.
Nothing, because in the beginning, there was nothing.
Nothing.
Except for God. So in the beginning, there was nothing until... Okay, so in the beginning, there was nothing. Underneath here, I have a little pan of water. In the beginning, nothing existed. God created the heavens and the earth. So in the beginning, there was nothing until God created the heavens and the earth. That's pretty cool for us to remember. Whoa, that's pretty cool. So we
Sweet.
want you guys to remember that in the beginning, there was nothing until God said it. And then what God said happened. And in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So this is a cool experiment you can do at home with your family. It's really simple. I just drew on marker with the second half of the paper towel, and then when you put it in the water, the back part will appear, okay? So, cool project. We'd love for you guys to do this and take a picture of your work and send it to us, because that's always super cool for you to see. But also, drop a GIF or an emoji in the comments of something that God created that you just love. Something that you love. Like Mr. Mike said tigers, and I said flowers, sweet-smelling flowers.
Venus flytraps.
Oh, those are really cool too. So find something, think of something that God created that you really love and put it in the comments. So remember, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. We can't wait till next week to find out what God created next. All right, see you guys next week. Bye.